This is Tom Dillon, the Lifetime Liberal, and today is Friday, September 28th, 2018. Happy birthday, Vicky. And the title of this rant is Why the Truth Always Suffers in GOP Hands. So yesterday was such an iconic or dichotic display of how Democrats and Republicans look at things, how they respond to things, just incredible. So we had Christine Blasey Ford speak very emotionally, very heartfeltly, very powerfully, and we had the Democrats on the Justice Committee very, very sympathetic and understanding and talking about her bravery, knowing full well that she would be ruthlessly and brutally trashed by coming forward. And one of the things we did learn yesterday, one of the things that was brought out, was that she did contact the anonymous line at the Washington Post and did contact her congressperson when Kavanaugh was on the short list to be Supreme Court Justice. Not when he was nominated, but before he was nominated, she was contacting saying, I think you need to look at this guy. So you can't say that, she just went against him when his name came out. She went out before. And then we had Kavanaugh come out. And of course, everyone, as I said, that was a very powerful thing that Miss Blasey Ford talked about. And he came out guns a-blazing. He wasn't going to be put down by this. He was belligerent. He was outraged. And he was even snippety with a couple Democratic senators, women senators. And he was speaking about how his career was being ruined, all the things that he had worked for all his life, dedicated to the government service, about his family. All of these things were being ruined by Democrats. This was a drive-by shooting, etc., etc. And this is how he was looking at it. He wasn't looking at what was the truth and what she was speaking about. He wasn't looking at it, yes, you're right, we need to find out the truth, and I have nothing, absolutely nothing to hide. Let's get the FBI in here. We can get this done in a week or less, and then I can go on and be Supreme Court Justice for the next 30 years or so. No call for the truth whatsoever. And what this really comes down to is this is the outrage of rich, white, elitist men when they're being challenged. And then when I say challenged, thereby threatened by a woman. They're not going to put up with that. They will not tolerate that. And when Kavanaugh showed his outrage yesterday, every white elitist Republican, rich elitist Republican on the Senate, that Senate committee, came out guns a-blazing again for him. Not about the truth, but about the outrage of how his career, his family, everything that he had worked for was going down. It was nothing about the truth. And it said, I do believe he will probably get nominated through that committee today and will become a Supreme Court Justice within the next 3 or 4 days, because the Republicans have shown they are willing to take a hit in this midterm elections to get their wet dream of having that conservative majority on the Supreme Court for the next 20 or 30 years. Because if they lose in the midterms, they're just going to go right back out there being as outraged as ever, looking right to the next 2020 election. And again, they will be 100% lockstep with Trump in all of this. And again, this is the reason why every woman, and of course every man who loves women, should be voting Democrat, because we just really need to get rid of all of these scumbags, because that's exactly what they are. And that was brutally on display in yesterday's hearings.